Alright, what's up guys? Today we're gonna be recreating this cake. This is the Milk Bar birthday cake. I've never actually had this cake, but I see it all the time in my Pinterest recommendations, and I keep seeing that YouTube video that was made a long time ago. And I've never actually had this cake, but I'm obsessed with the aesthetic of it. I just love the vanilla, like, naked style birthday cake with all the sprinkles inside, and I love the little, like, crumbs or whatever that go on top. So I'm gonna make a single sheet 9x9 cake and then cut it into fourths and then make two double layer cakes, and we're gonna get started. So let's get into it. Instead of using the recipe on the Milk Bar website, I'm using one that I found on Pinterest because they had substitutions that fit more with what I had in my pantry. Here's what you're gonna need. 2 cups of cake flour, 1 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder, 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons brown sugar, 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of sprinkles separated, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 cup buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1 stick of butter. First of all, we're going to put in our cake flour, which can be achieved by sifting together cornstarch and flour, and then our baking powder, our sprinkles, finally our salt. And we're going to give that a quick whisk. So now we're moving on to the next step. Surprise, surprise, we're creaming butter, granulated sugar, and brown sugar together. All right, now that that's creamed together, we're gonna add our 3 eggs. And again, we're mixing. We're ready to add in our flour. So we're gonna start gradually on low speed. All right, we gotta stop. I forgot the buttermilk and the vanilla, so we'll pause here and hopefully I can interject that without there being any problems. We have our buttermilk, vegetable oil, and vanilla all in this measuring cup, and I'm gonna pour that in and mix together. All right, now we're back to adding in the flour. And we got a nice little batter here, so I think it's ready to go in our cake pan. I'm ready to pour the batter into the pan. I have lined it with parchment paper, and I've poured a little bit of vegetable oil to coat the bottom. I'm just gonna try to pour it in, and I'm just gonna do it gradually, because we're working with different dimensions than is in the recipe. So I really want to make sure I don't overflow the cake pan. I think we're ready to go in the oven. What do you guys think? It's been preheating to 350. It says to throw it in for about 28 to 32 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set the minimum time, 28, and we'll check on it. And in the meantime, I'll make the frosting to go on top, and we'll throw that in the fridge to store. Here it goes. Now for the frosting, you're gonna need 3/4 cup of softened butter, 4 ounces of cream cheese, also softened, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of milk, a pinch of salt, and a squeeze of lemon juice. We're gonna start with adding our cream cheese and butter together. Now that's pretty smooth, so we're gonna gradually add in powdered sugar, Okay, that's looking pretty good. And our cake has come out of the oven. Looks pretty good. I remember to add the sprinkles on top right as it was going in. So we're gonna let this cool and finish making our frosting. Next, we're gonna add our vanilla along with our milk and a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of salt. And we'll mix that together until it's smooth. Ooh, wow, look at that. Let me give it a taste. It's like cream cheese frosting, but not as cream cheesy. And I think that'll work well with the cake. Now, as tempted as I am to just eat this whole thing of frosting right now, I'm gonna put it in the fridge while the cake cools, and we'll come back when we're ready to assemble the cake. The cake has cooled significantly, and we're going off recipe, shocker, and I'm getting ready to do something pretty dangerous. I went ahead and flipped over the cake so it'd be easier to move to the individual plates where I'm gonna ice them. And we have, I don't know if you can see, it's a little breakage. So this could turn out to be a complete fail, but we're gonna try, and if, you know, I mess up, then we'll figure out a way to fix it. So I have my big knife, and I'm just gonna evenly cut, eyeballing down the middle. And then we'll turn it sideways and cut roughly in the middle again. And it's not 100%, as you can see that side's bigger than that side. So what I'm gonna do is put my knife down first of all, and this side is going to be the bottom. So these are gonna be the bottoms and these are gonna be the tops. Ooh, I'm so nervous. So I have a plate here, and what I'm just gonna do is grab just a little bit and place it down on the plate so that it has somewhere to stick. And then I'm gonna say a quick prayer and gently, oh, we're doing good, we're doing good. I think I wanna flip it over. Yeah. And then put some icing on top. The sprinkle topping that I put on top is doing a nice little mixy mix in with the icing, as you can see, and I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with it, you can not be a dummy like me and put the sprinkles on top before they go in the oven, but I think it's okay. And because it's a little sunken in the middle, I'm going to even it out with a little bit more icing on this side. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're not doing too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other pieces, and then we'll come back and I'll show you a different angle as I ice it. All right, as you can see, this one is a little bit more worse for wear. Oh, it does not look good at all. So we're gonna send this one to the back and work on the prettier one. So we're gonna lightly frost the top. And then we're gonna go in the insides and just make it look a little bit more uniform. Alright, and now the final step is to top it with some crumblies. I went ahead and made these overnight, and the recipe is just included in the rest. So we're going to artfully place these bad boys on top. And there we have it. I think I definitely nailed the look of it. It's definitely not as pretty. That's definitely what you pay for, is the beauty of it. But you know what? I'm proud with how it turned out. Let's see how both of them look side by side. I don't know what happened to this one. Oh my goodness. but this one looks good. They didn't turn out 100% how I wanted them to. I definitely was a little bit cocky coming into this because I was like, oh, it's just cake with sprinkles in it, whatever. But Sadie McGee over here proves me otherwise. But I'm proud of this one. This one, you know, I'm proud of that one too. In different ways. The middle was probably a little bit underdone, but it was going a little bit too long. Like the outer crust was like really, was close to burning. So you can't win them all, but this is definitely a pretty good challenge. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.